Imagine Nigeria falling out best losers in a team where Saudi Arabia is. Is that not a shame? We are coming as best losers. Nigeria under 20 teams, in which we are supposed to be one of the teams that is most feared in the world.
Latest FIFA ranking, Morocco is topping 1. We have Senegal 2. We have Egypt 3. We have Algeria 4. Nigeria 5. We have Tunisia 6. Mali 7. Cameroon 8. Then we have South Africa 9.
There is no way Nigeria can be ahead of South Africa in present-day football. With no disrespect to the Super Eagles players.
With disrespect to them.
Welcome back to EVO SPORTS. The just concluded Under-20 FIFA World Cup. Morocco just won the tournament, 2-0 against highly rated Argentina, who have won the trophy for the 6th times. And then Morocco just won it for the 2nd time after Ghana won 2009. It's a very interesting topic today. We are going to discuss about how the African team have fared in the Under-20 World Cup and in football in general. And we're talking about the Moroccan development for the past few years, how they have really done well in African football and on the world stage. Is it a good news for Africa? Or is it a good news for just Morocco? Because their football have been really improving. And the likes of other countries, South Africa too, we had about 4 countries that participated in this Under-20 World Cup. Of course, Nigeria did not really do well. They went out. They got about 4 points from the group stage. They were beaten by the host Argentina that Morocco later won in the final. South Africa qualified with 6 points. They really did well. They were beaten by Colombia in the knockout stage. And then Egypt as well did not qualify from the group stage. Now, I have very good and well knowledgeable gentlemen by my side to discuss about this interesting topic today. So just follow us and let's get it done. Mr. Albert. Welcome to the show.
It's good to have you back.
It's my
Mr.
pleasure.
Kema.
My pleasure.
Brighten your face now. Is it because Nigeria did not win the
I'm
tournament?
not happy. Anything that has to do with Nigeria pisses me off,
Despite being the giant of Africa, when Nigeria
We might be the giant of Africa in size.
Nigeria have come so close during the time of Mikel Obi. They did not win, but then we were thinking that maybe that was the highest that Africa could go. But now we have seen Ghana
And
and Morocco now. So how do you feel?
I feel great seeing a team like Morocco and before the first team that won it was Ghana. I was very happy that an African country could win a trophy like that. Now Morocco, I'm very glad about it. That shows the development in Moroccan football. Morocco won this tournament, this Under-20. They are previously in the World Cup. Their senior team played in the semi-finals, which has been the best that African country has ever attended. So I think that's a very good development by Morocco and in their football. Kudos to them.
So will you say that Morocco really deserved the victory against Argentina?
Yes, they did. Considering how many countries that went for the tournament in Africa, we had Egypt, Morocco, Nigeria, South Africa. Then when they got to the knockout stage, in the group stage, they qualified. They qualified by 6 points. Morocco qualified by 6 points. Egypt 3 points. They didn't qualify because they had the same point with Chile, the host country. It's goal aggregate, goal difference, got everything about the tournament in Egypt and Chile was the same thing. The same goal difference, the same goal against, the same goal for everything, the same thing. But because of the hosting right, that was why Chile had to qualify because they're the host nation. Then we talk about Nigeria that qualified with 4 points and South Africa that qualified with 6 points. South Africa had 6 points, US had 6 points, and France had 6 points. So South Africa did pretty well by winning 2 matches and losing 1. You understand me? So after they got to the knockout stage, Argentina piped Nigeria 4-0. Morocco won South Korea 2-1. Colombia beat South Africa 3-1. Then Norway defeated Paraguay. Then they got to the quarterfinals where Morocco defeated US 3-1. Then France defeated Norway 2-1. To the semifinals, Morocco and France played out a 1-1 draw. Then Morocco won by penalties 5-4. Then at the finals, Morocco defeated at the same Argentina that beat Nigeria 4-0. Morocco defeated them 2-0. Very easy win. So kudos to Morocco. I love what they did.
It was not an easy win for them. Morocco really tried because Argentina, statistically, they really outplayed Morocco. But because Morocco is a good team as well.
That's why I said very easy win because they defeated.
Mr. Albert, let's looking at this World Cup, the just concluded World Cup. 4 African countries participated: South Africa, Nigeria, Egypt, and Morocco. Now, one of them won the tournament. Unlike before, when we go for this kind of tournament, in the group stage, we already count all the African team out. Now, before Egypt, I can say Egypt are one of those powerhouses in African football, but unfortunately, for the past few years, even in Nations Cup, they have been going down. But what is so eye-catching now is that South Africa and Morocco, the speed that they are using to grow in football these days in Africa and on world stage is so encouraging that even they are, like I can say, they are even growing faster than Nigerian football these days. So will you say that the victory for Morocco as well is a victory for Africa, or there's something special that the Morocco and South Africans are doing that Nigeria are not doing anymore?
First, before I really delve into the point, I want to really hinge on what administration is. To a layman, administration is a process or activity of running a business or an organization to achieve desired objective. Then looking at it inversely is the management of public affairs as well as governance. Now, an administrator is someone that is responsible for the administrative management of any organization, group of people, or set of things to achieve objective. Now, this underscores the level at which Moroccan football has gotten into. Moroccan football has taken several dynamics flowing from about 6-7 years. Don't forget, in terms of producing youthful football, Nigeria has no rival in Africa before now. But for you to understand the black spot in Nigerian NFF, the administrative jingoism, yes, in the NFF, it has actually reflected in the Nigerian youth ranks. The national team, let's leave it aside, but Nigeria has been said to be the best team in Africa, if not the world, that produces the best underage team. But look at it now. In the tournament, 4 African nations went there, right? Egypt, Morocco, Nigeria, and South Africa. Look the way the tournament pan out. Look at the group they fell into. Imagine Nigeria falling out best losers in a team where Saudi Arabia is. Is that not a shame? A team, yes, a very big shame. We are coming as best losers. Nigeria under 20 teams, in which we are supposed to be one of the teams that is most feared in the world. But now it's because of the failure of the NFF to develop and to put their eyes in football, youth football in Nigeria. This is where we'll find ourselves into. The same team that trounced Nigeria 4-0 Argentina was like just like a game of Scrabble against Morocco.
At under 10 or 15 minutes, they've already scored Nigeria.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, but they played against Morocco. Morocco beat the same Argentina 2-0 to let you know the level at which Moroccan football has gotten into. Yes, because it was hosted by Chile. Yes, by Chile. It's a South American team. So plus and minus, they are in their soil. You understand? So as it is now, I think Nigeria is slowly fading out, if not completely faded out, in the game of football in Africa. Because the Moroccan project, trust me, they didn't just go to the last World Cup to participate. They went to that last World Cup to win. But just because of 1 or 2 experiences that exited the semi-final, yes, they went there not to participate, because there are some teams that actually come to World Cup to participate.
Like Nigeria.
There are some that goes there to win the tournament, and they went there. And trust me, Morocco is still building a team. Look at Moroccan players, the players they are playing throughout the world. They are virtually all of them are playing first team football in their various club side in abroad. So that thing is a reflection of their under 23 teams. Look at their China Eagles. Look at their under 20. Look at the way they are performing. It is a long-time project. The state of the Nigerian football now is as a result of the NFF dismal approach to Nigerian football. So that is how it is. So we should expect more flaws as Nigeria go to the next tournament. Who knows? We may not qualify for the next tournament. So that is how it is. So kudos to Morocco. They are writing Africa in the world map. And if they are the one that is serious in Africa, South Africa is serious in Africa, to write our names in the world map, let them keep up the ante.
It will be very, very unfair if we are discussing this thing and then we are not really involved in how Nigerian football can get better. Because despite, like you said before, Nigeria is one of those teams that produces the best young players in the world when it comes to underage football, even though they do allege that Nigeria normally field overage player, but whether overage, whether grandpa, whether young boys, so at least win first, perform first. Let it be that okay, it's because you are over. Because for me, there's no age in football. Because these days you see Yamal, the likes of Yamal, 80 years, 70 years, playing on the world stage. We see the likes of so many of them. Even there are so many young players now. Estavo, I swear, yes, Estavo performing. So whether you are young or old, we see the life of the likes of Modric, old men still play. So it depends on you individually. So age is not about it's not all about age. So now what I'm trying to say now is that at this stage now, Nigeria has fallen down in this football aspect. Now, Mr. Kema, he said something about administration.
And he defined administration.
Yeah. Now, Morocco, like, let me give one or two history about Morocco. Like one of their latest record, they have played about 18 games, straight winning consecutively. Like, they have won all those matches. Even they have made record even more than Spain. Spain was the country that was holding that record before.
Is it their national team?
Their national team, yes. The senior national team. Now, this year alone, they have not lost any game, and they have also qualified. Even Tunisia, and they have also qualified for the World Cup. These people are not African. Now, when it comes to West Africa, where we have Nigeria, Ghana, and
Cote d'Ivoire,
all these other countries, I think the football is going down. The other country that is performing well is South Africa. Is there something that South Africa has in common with Morocco? Because I can say that for the past few years, Patrick Motsepe that come in as one of those administrators in South African football, like, he's one of the men that have come in to help South African football, and then becoming CAF president also. He has done a lot. He has improved. He might not be the one that have gotten South Africa to this level. He has really helped so well. So what do you think is happening with Nigeria administration these days? Does it mean that we don't have people like Patrick Motsepe in Nigeria, or does it mean that we don't have people that can develop Nigeria football like Morocco and South Africa are doing?
I don't think we have people that can develop Nigerian football.
Is it that we don't have, or they are scared of coming into the business?
We don't have for now. Like Motsepe, he said, Motsepe has a club in South Africa.
Yeah, Sundowns.
He has developed that club so much that is a talking club. Is a club that you talk about in African level, in African standard. You understand me? Then the administration of football in South Africa is next to none. The level they are is almost the same level with that of Morocco. They are almost like the same, apart with the European standard. So they are when administration is good, then every other thing follows. You understand me? They have good. They pay their league is very nice. The same thing with Morocco and South Africa. They pay their footballers well. They don't have insecurity in their country, where you go to watch football, coming back you'll be scared. So they have lots of factors that are better than Nigeria. In the case of Nigeria, everything revolving around football in Nigeria has nosedived. Everything revolving around football in Nigeria is in the state of quagmire. You understand me? The people at the aim of the affairs of football are supposed to be ex-international or people that knows football. But what we have there is a bunch of politicians that is governing Nigerian football. So how do you expect the football to grow in Nigeria? So the problem still boils down to our NFF. We are not taking the bull by the horn. You understand me? Comparing South Africa, Morocco with Nigeria, I don't think there's any basis for comparison, because these people are far, far more ahead of us. There's no investment, nothing, no TV, a whole lot of factors. If I want to name them, I can name them from now to tomorrow. So before our football will grow back to the level of that of Morocco and South Africa, I think it might take us to close to 10 to 15 or 20 years.
Going forward, let us not just forget about the Under-20 World Cup. The winners, they got some award. Firstly, Morocco got $1 million for winning the trophy from FIFA, and the federation promised each player at least $100,000, which we all know is not an audio money.
Like Nigeria.
I didn't mention name. But it's not an audio money. Now, this country, considering the fact that for the past few years they have invested so much in football, we know when Morocco used to be like they are nobody, they are just like average player. But this time around now, they have not just succeeded in terms of administration, they have succeeded to build players that are plying their trade in Europe, the likes of Hakimi, Amrabat, El Nasiri, so many good players performing. And now coming now, so what I'm trying to ask you now, Mr. Abad, is it that the talent that Morocco has produced in the past few years Are they bigger than? Because now even in this under 20 World Cup, now most of their players won the best player, the top, the highest goal scorer, so many awards that they won. And these players also in the next 5-6 years are going to be the player that will take over the world stage as well. Even in terms of club football, Morocco is still doing well. As well, so all around they are doing well. So now,
Not only Morocco,
South Africa too. Of course,
all African countries.
So now, my question now is: does it mean that they are producing more talented players than West African countries like Nigeria, or is the administration that has gotten them to the level where they are now?
All right. I think it's a mixture of ideology, administration, and talent. Let me backtrack a little bit. While we were in secondary school, playing for Principal's Cup and all of that, we say, make I perform well, whether Shooting Stars will come carry me, whether Calabar Rovers go pick me up, whether, you understand, Stars go pick me up with their feeders team. And one of the team many of us ran to that and were privileged was Union Bank youth team and Julius Berger when Coach Pa Africa Ekudino was there. Now, that time, there was a high competition playing in Nigerian league. And now, when you develop talent in your home soil, you can pick the best to represent the country anywhere. Amongst all the under 20 players in Morocco, who is playing abroad? None. All of them are playing the Moroccan league, but they went to conquer the world. So Nigeria has lost it. We have lost it. That is just a simple fact. Why? Because there are no tournaments in secondary schools that were producing the best of talent. St. Fimbas, nothing. Now just go there, go read book now. St. Fimbas formerly was investing in football talent, discovering if there's a football match and there's an exam, the player will go play football match, come back and write his exam, and was one, all of them. But it's not evident there anymore. There's no FHA again that used to be played in Festac. There's no Principal Cups, no SMC Cup, nothing like that. But look at the Morocco. Look at South Africa. You see, if you're comparing Morocco and South Africa to Nigerian football now, it's like putting a rhino with a goat to fight. It's far two different things entirely. So it's not to be compared because looking from the administration to football development, from the lower cadre to the high level, they have actually planned it. And it's not a 1-year thing. It's not a 2-year thing. It is a long-term plan. That's why we can be backtracking it to like 2017, 2018. Now the thing get belly for like 7 years. You don't get bomb picking now. And it's evident. Are you getting the picture? So it's a big slap to Nigeria, having been one of the best countries in the world. Let me give a swift comparison. Do you know that Brazil has failed in recent World Cup back to back? Do you know one of the reasons? It is because the Brazilian national team players plays abroad. They plays in Europe. That time it was Samba football we know them for. No matter if there is no light, we will look for a place to watch Samba football.
Then to add it up, there was a time Brazil lost a game. The president of Brazil came out to say that the coach should not invite the foreign-based players again. Okay. They should go with the local boys playing in likes of Flamengo, Botafogo, and all of them. So that if the big boys like Vinicius, or if they are not ready to put in 100% on the pitch, they should leave. They should stay aside, and that was why before, because sometimes now they are beginning to give excuse when you invite them. Sometimes they begin to show because they are not making too much money in Europe. So I feel like Europeans have really spoiled the Africans because the Africans have given so much respect, so much like they worship the European football as if it's God. Yeah, you understand? They are using Africa to develop their own football, and then tomorrow, when something happened to one of African players, we will begin to say they are discriminating. But to me, I don't see it as discrimination. Because people who are fighting to develop their own land, and you are leaving your own land to go there, and then you are not telling them how to treat you.
Who caused it?
Behave. Because we, the administrators in Africa.
We caused it now. We caused it now.
I said something before that anything we are doing in Nigeria, the league. There was a day we talked about this on this show, and you disagree with you said no, it's about. I was telling you that the league is the number one team because now this under 20 World Cup. Now, do you know that if they are playing under 20 now, before it will be hard for you to see a foreign-based player in Nigeria under 20. But this time around now, after if they want to go and play under 17, so they'll be looking for children that are playing in academy in Europe that they don't even know whether they are Ajebota, whether they are Boga children that don't even know how to go because the name that they are in Europe or they are playing in one academy in Denmark or Germany, their managers, their fathers, their sponsors will begin to bring them to come and play football where you need Ajebako people who don't suffer for street. People will be said that when get that mind to play to make name. People like Osimhen them. Those days, no Akali, Samuel Chukwu is there to fight. You go and be looking for players who are not suffering, who have already made name for who their family are okay. That means they are already spoiling our national team. So that league now is the major problem that I'm talking about now.